Hello, I'm Steven. This is my wife Autumn. We're going to share a little bit of how God has transformed our lives. I have been in and out of church all my life, and through my college years, I ended up, partying and getting involved and mixed up in the wrong crowds, and did that for a while. I was looking for something, but I didn't know what it was at the time. A few years back, it finally caught up with me, and I got in some trouble. And back then, I really didn't understand why I was going through what I was going through. But today, I can look back and I realized that it was like God reaching down and pulling me out. He knew I was drowning. I didn't know I was drowning, but He knew, and He reached in and just pulled me out. It kind of just reminds me of how Jesus pulled Peter out of the water, and I took my eyes off God for too long, and He just had to reach down in there and pull me out. And not too long after I started going through that, I met my wife.
And I went through similar things. I was in and out of church growing up as well. My old church even helped pay for me to get through school. I became very, very involved in my church. I was also in a very unhealthy relationship, and as I got closer with God, me and my boyfriend at the time just got worse and worse and worse. So I turned my focus to the wrong person. I took my focus off of God and concentrated on my boyfriend, and things just got horrible. And I just stopped going to church, stopped praying, stopped everything. Started partying, and then that's when we met. Kind of at our lowest time, we came together and kind of helped each other out.
When we first got together, we tried a couple different churches, and things just really didn't seem to fit. They didn't feel like it wasn't a home for us. She was going to school at the time, so she wasn't available to go when I was invited to Central. I started going by myself, and this was back when they were going through the remodel and church was in the gym. But when I first started going to Central, it just felt like home. Felt welcomed. There wasn't like pressure. It just felt nice. And our lives have changed so much since we started going to Central. We are involved in a life group. We love our life group. I volunteer with the high schoolers Wednesday nights. My wife, she's getting ready to start volunteering in the backyard Sunday mornings. Things have just really turned around for us since we've got involved and really just gave our lives to God. I think the biggest thing for both of us is just that things turned around for us when we just surrendered to God, when we just gave it all up. Just told Him, we're done. We can't do this on our own anymore. We've tried, and we just can't do it. So, if that's one thing we just want to leave you with, is just surrender. Whatever, is holding you back, He's got so much for you, and He's got so much that He wants to do and help you with, but He just wants to be number one in your life. And we, can witness to that once we started putting Him first in our lives, things really, really turned around for us.
Yeah, we can honestly say right now, we're the happiest we've ever been. Like, we're content in our lives and we're happy, and we know it's all because of God. And we also know that things aren't always going to be perfect, and our past makes us appreciate God that much more, and makes us really appreciate everything that we have that much more. And we really have Central to thank for all that. They brought God back in our lives, brought us a new family, and we're just eternally grateful.
That's some of our story. Thank you.